darkness. Light is what's unusual for a baby.
I know. Well, but you still see black and white till
Right,
the 3
okay,
months, you know.
okay.
So I think, like a mom, I think that I don't need to cover. And
Right. Were there people in the store?
I think one man next to
Okay.
him.
So you come out and you see this.
Yes. I respectfully went up to her and politely asked if she would like to go into one of our dressing rooms.
How did you say it? Tell me exactly what you said.
I said, Miss, would you like to go into this dressing room and breastfeed your baby so all these other people wouldn't...
Were there people in the
Yes,
store?
there
How
was-
many
there was-
other people?
There's probably about 3 other men.
There was one person.
All right. So what happened then?
Then she didn't like it very much, so she started
Is that what
yelling.
he said to you, ma'am? Would you like to go back into the
No.
dressing room?
No.
What did he say?
He said that that was gross what I was doing, that is disgusting, that I cannot do that in public, that I should go to the room, and also he was approached me very close to me
Right.
in a sexual way.
What did you see?
I came up with the shoes. I saw his finger pointing towards my wife.
Right.
From my perspective, his
Right.
eyes were looking down at her.
He was pointing his fingers and looking down
Down
at the
at her.
baby being breastfed?
Your Honor, I was
No, it
pointing at
looked
the
like he was
dressing
looking
room.
at, because he had a smile on his face like
Right.
this, kind of like a little
Right.
smirk.
Right.
And then this is what I saw, and he was yelling and yelling.
He was yelling at her.
Yeah, saying, go back there, go
Okay,
back
so
there.
then what did you do?
I immediately, my protective instincts, I saw my baby and my wife, I felt being threatened, and I approached him. And I
Right.
said, what the heck are you doing?
And then what?
And then he turned to me with this little smile. He's like, hey, it's no big deal, relax. And then he leans back and falls down, hits his head on the coffee table.
Coming up on Supreme Justice.
I said, are you okay? And then he said, oh, no. And then I helped him up, and then I looked at him, I said, you're fired.
And later,
One of them was damaged that
Okay.
night. I also had the teepee was also damaged.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Liam Edwards, who is suing Derek Hamlin for medical expenses.
He just turns around and says, no big deal.
Relax.
And because when he's leaning back, he just falls down and hits his head on the coffee table?
Well, he went, I don't know if I could demonstrate.
Right, go ahead. Yeah, get out here
Okay.
and demonstrate it.
So he's doing this.
Right.
He sees me coming this way.
Right.
He's got a smile. He's like, hey, take it easy, relax, we're cool. And then he trips.
Right. Well, were you coming at him?
I was coming towards him like,
Well,
what?
were you angry?
I wasn't happy. I mean,
Were you angry?
Yes, I was angry for a myriad of
And what were
reasons.
you saying?
I said, what the heck are you doing here? And then he fell down. And I said, and then I said, are you okay?
Right.
I picked him up.
You said it like that. Are you okay?
Well, he started grabbing his head. I said, are you okay? And then he said, oh, no. And then I helped him up. And then I looked at him. I said, you're fired. I said, this is the last straw. This has been a whole week of this. I have right here, if you're interested, some evidence that shows how he did not take this job seriously at all. For 5 days, he came in late every day. I gave him specific guidelines of what to do, hours 10 to 4.
What is the relevance of that to why we're here?
I wanted to say that this was a whole week of irreverent behavior.
You gave a sworn statement
Absolutely.
in the case.
Absolutely.
Swore to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, like you did today.
That's right.
In the statement, I came up to him and I admit, started accusing him of being a pervert.
I didn't say he was a pervert. That's in my.
Okay, these are your words, not mine.
That's
Do
in
you
my writing?
remember in your answer you filed a sworn affidavit swearing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right.
Remember that?
I was angry. I might have said that. Okay.
I came up to him and I started accusing him of being a pervert. Right?
I don't have what you have.
That's
in
what
front
you.
of me.
These are your words, not my words.
Okay. Then if you're
Did
reading
you
it-
say that?
Yes, I did.
And the clumsy guy didn't look where he was going when I started walking toward him and he tripped over and hit his head.
Okay.
Did you say that?
Yes.
So it sounds like you were walking towards him and he was backing up,
Right.
right? And you were angry.
I was upset.
And your wife was also yelling at him at the same time.
Yes.
Right?
And he was yelling
You-
the loudest.
Right. What was he yelling now?
I heard him saying, this is disgusting. What are you doing? This is inappropriate. You need to get in the dressing room or
Right.
get out of the store.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
No, I don't believe you.
Oh, okay.
There's just something about it I don't believe you. But I believe you got angry because you thought something was happening. You thought he was ogling your wife. But I think that she also didn't use her best judgment. Let me see your medical bills. So it's $879. I'm ready to rule. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $879. Good luck to you.
Judge Karen has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $879.
I'm glad the judge saw that I wasn't disrespectful to your wife while she was breastfeeding in public.
I'm not happy about having to pay you, but I am happy that I will never have to work with you again.
Coming up,
One of them was damaged that
Okay.
night. I also had the teepee was also damaged.
closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Jenny Caillou is suing Patty Curse in the amount of $428. Ms. Caillou claims Ms. Curse damaged her teepee by cutting out several feathers. Ms. Curse claims that she signed a waiver that protected her if any damages occurred.
Ms. Caillou?
Yes.
Ms. Curse, I've read your pleadings. You're suing for $428 in damages. Is that right?
That's correct.
And I understand from your pleadings you are a member of the Omaha tribe?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so, and I also understand that you have developed some presentation where you teach children about the history of the Omaha people?
Yes, I teach children, young girls and boys, pretty much the traditions that my family has passed down.
And Ms. Curse, you run a program for girls.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And tell me about your program.
It's a camp that I have. I've had this program going on for about 10 years now.
Are
And
these teenage girls, preteen girls?
yeah, they're preteen. They're from age 11 to 15 years old.
Okay.
And a lot of them, they don't have the opportunity to get to do a lot of things.
So what do you do with the girls? Like what type of activities?
We have all types of activities, Your Honor. With Miss Caillou here, we do the fire dance and other type of fun activities for the girls just to inspire them.
So tell me how you two came together for this event.
I've been at her camp previously for several years now. And
What do you do when you go there? How do you participate in what she's doing?
I drive my truck about 45 minutes up to the camp from my home.
Right.
And I've assembled the teepees that I have.
Right. So you have teepees that are antiques?
They're passed
They
down.
can be dismantled and put back together?
Yes, I use them in my presentation
Okay,
and my
and what have
performance.
you brought here today?
I have a couple of the masks that have been in my family for many years.
Okay.
And one of them was damaged that
Okay.
night. I also had the teepee was also damaged, and some items, a feather mobile that cannot be replaced
Right.
was also taken
So
completely.
tell me about the event, though, that you put on that night.
When I put on an event, I go through and I set up my displays of
Right.
artifacts,
Right.
and I go through and I explain to the girls or my audience what the artifacts are and what they mean to my heritage,
Right.
my
Well, Ms.
family.
Curse, let me ask you, so how were the girls, how receptive were they of this presentation?
You know, they were actually very comfortable with her. You know, a lot of times girls, you know, they get a little finicky about certain situations and people that come in to do things, but, you know, Miss Caillou, she has a way of really making the girls feel comfortable.
Coming up,
The next day, you discovered that the teepee had been damaged.
Yes, Your Honor, it had been vandalized.
Right.
closed captioning provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen. Supreme Justice is back with the case of Jenny Caillou, who is suing Patty Curse for property damage.
I saw you did the fire bowl. You did the fire bowl
Yes,
that night, I read. Yeah, I've
Yes.
done that in church on New Year's. Where
Oh,
you,
right,
you
yes.
write down the things you want to leave behind in this year, and then you
Exactly.
throw it in a burning bowl.
Yes.
And you
yes.
did the fire bowl ceremony with these girls.
Yes, I
Yeah,
did.
it's a very cleansing, kind
Releasing.
of,
It is.
yeah,
Definitely.
event to do. Let you leave whatever you want to leave behind.
Exactly.
So it looked like it was a good event then.
It was a great event. It was very overwhelming. These girls, they go through a lot, and in that ceremony, when we have them write out their wishes or whatever they want to leave behind,
Right.
whatever it is for them. What happened was that I arrived at the for the performance about an hour and a half later than I normally would,
Right.
and I still performed. And
it was this amazing ceremony.
it was an amazing ceremony. I didn't put out all the artifacts that I would normally put out.
Right.
And one of the things that the girls are usually really excited about is the feathered headpieces, which this time I did not put them out.
Right.
Because I just didn't have time. There was some feathered items in the teepees that as I went through that night and
Okay.
talked about.
Let me see some. You brought me pictures?
I did.
Let me see the pictures.
Here's the picture.
Okay, and so I understand that you ended up staying at the camp that night because it got too late for you to drive back home.
That's correct. I
Okay.
stayed in the cabin.
And so you ended up leaving your teepee, this one that you can dismantle and put back together. You left that out.
Yes, there was 2 teepees I left out.
And you invited her to stay.
Yes, I did, Your Honor. Because it was late, and she did arrive late, and everything was just going so wonderful. The girls were having such a great time, and it was
Right.
a very emotional evening. So I offered for Miss Caillou to stay in one of the cabins.
Right. And so my understanding, though, is that the next day you discovered that the teepee had been damaged.
Yes, Your Honor, it had been vandalized.
Right. Did you see anybody around it?
I did not see, but the
Right.
prior night when we were doing the ceremony,
Right.
there was a young lady that was there that was asking if she could touch the feathers, if she could hold the feathers.
Right.
And I told her how important they were to me and that I could not
Right.
have them handle
But
those
you never
particular.
saw her touch the feather?
I did not know.
Okay, so why do you think the defendant should be responsible for that? If this happens somewhere in the middle of the night and we don't know, we're out in the wild too, right?
Yes.
Don't
yes,
they
Your
have
Honor.
bears and deer and all kind of squirrels and raccoons, which I have in my yard? I mean, it could have been anything.
Yeah, this tear is very small on
Right.
the teepee, and
Right.
it was right where the mobile was
Is
hanging.
this the tear that I'm seeing in the picture?
Yes.
It looks like it could have been done by an animal.
Judge Karen's verdict when Supreme Justice returns. Promotional consideration provided by. You're watching Supreme Justice with Judge Karen.
You women are also working with these girls and trying to teach them things. It just seems to me that you two of you should get together and like work out something.
Exactly. I thought it was a perfect opportunity to
Right.
address the girls and see.
Yeah, but I'm saying before you walked in here to Judge Karen's courtroom, you should have said, you know what, we've got a long history together. We're doing a lot of positive things for these young girls. Let's not let this thing come between us. It's $400 to fix it. I paid $200, you paid $200. You don't need a court to resolve everything. You're women. You think you want to step outside after this is over and work out something?
I'm willing. I'm a positive person.
Are you willing to do it too?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to ask you to step outside and y'all work out something like grown women. Case dismissed.
Judge Karen has ruled. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
Jenny, I'm so sorry about the things that happened to your items, but I'm willing to take the high road and cover half the cost if it's okay with you.
Yes, thank you for that, Patty.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.